Hey guys, welcome back to the Mountain Wizard. Today I am going to be showing you an off-grid build that is one of a kind, truly. So if those are the kind of things you're interested in and the tours that you're interested in, go ahead and hit that like button and leave a comment down below so that YouTube knows to keep on sending you this sort of information. So when you come up to this property, you drive through about 1.5 miles of national forest, and it is all gated, as you can see with that is going to stop the majority of traffic. You've got a nice private driveway down through here, all right, and a little bit of a walk down to the cabin. But I wanted to show you that entrance because it's neat, and when you live like this, it's appreciated. So this property is about 5 acres. There is more land available with it, but it borders national forest on 2 sides. I've been working with this client for a little bit, getting it cleaned up and just prepped for him to sell. And then I asked him for the option or opportunity to be able to video it to show you all. So I really like this layout. They've got a good thing going here. We got a circle driveway that actually goes around the cabin here, drops around the front, and the main drive is here. But we'll walk down this way. And so this is solar powered. It does have a 15 kW backup generator. That is super easy. We'll go over all of that. And I am going to try to give you a good overview of what we got going on here. It's about a 530 square foot cabin, wood siding, and it's got something inside that a lot of you comment about. So I will show you that here in a second. But overall, really a neat build. I'll go into these systems out here in just a second, and we'll kind of walk back over them and review them. But very neat place and very quiet. It's about 1.5 miles off of a 2-lane highway, so very remote. And you're driving through national forest that whole time, so you're not passing electrical lines, you're not passing neighbors, any of that. So we'll walk down here to the cabin. Got a nice little seating area and fire pit and whatnot out front. And let me back up here, get you an overview of the cabin. Right? That is neat. So it's about 530 square feet, all wood siding, shingle deck, or I'm sorry, shingle roof rather, vinyl windows. And let's walk around here. You got I believe that's a 500-gallon propane tank. I know a lot of you are going to comment about how that's not off-grid, and we're just going to agree to disagree. This is a Generac 15 kW backup generator, and super gravy. Like, it's all been serviced, so it is ready to go. But you reach in here, hit the button, and that's it. It doesn't get much more simple than that for having a backup generator to be able to run the place. That is propane powered, so it is going to run off of the propane tank. And with as good as these forestry roads are here, it will not be a problem getting propane delivered from a nearby town. Not an issue at all. So you got the outdoor propane water heater. Have to be careful how I word this now, because a lot of you all like to knock me when I call it the wrong thing. Traditional septic system down here, going to a 1,000-gallon concrete tank, and then they've got their lateral lines run out there. So, a little overview. Got a faucet there on the outside of the cabin. A nice little L-shaped deck here going around the cabin. And the views, well, I'll show them to you from the porch. They could be improved with very little tree removal, for lack of another word. Let's walk down here just a little bit. So, I mean, you can see mountains all back in through there. And as the norm is, the camera doesn't do it justice, right? But that's just how it goes. You'll just have to see that when you come to look at the cabin, or you'll have to take my word on it, one of the two. All right, let's step inside here. So this is your main living area that you walk into. Nice vaulted ceilings. And like the pine is really pretty, having all the knots in it and whatnot. It's really pretty. This is a propane fridge, so that is made for off-grid use. Not something you see very often. A lot of the Amish will use them, and then some of the really remote off-grid builds will use those. But anyway, just a neat deal. Got a propane stove here and oven, 4-burner stove, and running water. This is all well powered. So this is not a rainwater catchment system. So a little bit of a different deal than what I normally work with. A nice corner shower here in the bath. Regular 2-stage flushing toilet. Vanity. Oh look, we put a mirror here for a lot of y'all. And then the hot water controls are right over there. So coming back into the living room, we got breaker panel is behind the fridge there. And then there's also, because a lot of you all mentioned this, there are washer and dryer hookups right behind the fridge. So that could easily be added. I know a lot of y'all comment on some of these off-grid builds that there's no washer and dryer. There you go. You could move the fridge over here, and then you could put the washer and dryer there or something along those lines. So downstairs here is the master bedroom. Right. And we've got 3 windows in here to provide quite a bit of light. And then we got 2 closets and a little cupboard down below. But then we've also got cupboards up top there, maybe for winter clothes or whatnot. Something you're not accessing all the time. And how can we forget that it has a wood stove? Like this right here is the thing that you all mentioned the most in the comments, right behind the washer and dryer hookups. But this has a wood stove, so you can sit here and hang out by the stove in the wintertime and enjoy the view out your windows. All right, let's step up into the loft here. Climb, rather, not step. So plenty of room for another bed up here. It looks to be maybe a full size. And they've got some neat built-in drawers or dressers there on the sides, both sides. And a neat little sleeping loft up there. So, and then that could either be, that could be a sleeping loft or it could be storage or what have you. So another thing I thought was neat that I've not seen is they actually have the fan on a dimmer switch. I'm used to these newer things here lately where they all come with remotes, and I had not seen a fan dimmer switch, so just something different. This cabin was constructed in 2014, I believe. So 530 square feet. I believe the deck is about 6 foot deep. Spin you around here where you can look at that. And in fact, we'll walk back up here. But man, it is, I mean, to tell you that it's quiet is really difficult in a video, but boy, it is very quiet and peaceful in an area like this. All right, let's walk around here to some of the outbuildings that we've got. And my particulars on this are going to be a little bit less in depth because I was not a part of the full build out of this. But if you have questions, please just drop them down below. I'll be pleased to look up the answers for you. I can make contact with the owner or the listing agent, and I can get those answered for you. So if there's anything I didn't cover here that you're curious about, just ask. But I really want to bring you these this type of content, these off-grid builds that I get to be a part of, whether I've built them or somebody else. I feel like the more information we have, the more we can all learn and be able to grow that way. So just trying to share, folks. All right, so here is the shed up here. They do have power run up here and water, and just a storage shed. Nothing, you know, partially interested or insulated, not partially interested, partially insulated. Breaker panel there. And you can see the cabin, and we will walk over and check out the solar system. So we've got what? We've got 24 panels here. 5. No, we got 20. My apologies. We got 20 panels. Sometimes those grids kind of screw with me when I'm trying to count, especially looking through a phone screen. These are 320 watt panels. So 320 watt by 20. So we're looking at, give or take, right around 7,000 watts, 7 kilowatts of solar production. Probably more than enough for what little bit of electric is actually being used here. Right off to the side of that, we've got the solar shed, as I've come to call them, power shed, but this also houses the well. So let's step inside here. So the solar system here man, this was a top of the line system when it came out. This is Schneider Electric, okay, and we've got two Schneider charge controllers, one on each side, one here and one there. And then the inverter is right here. And we've got 4 12-volt, 206 amp hour batteries. So I think that's about 10 kilowatts of battery storage right here. Okay, so all your breakers are right inside. And this is wired up to be direct communication to the generator. So when the generator kicks on, it can help recharge the batteries and also run the system in the meantime. So you've got your charge controller box over here. You've got your battery monitor here, and then basically a system monitor or screen right here. And this gateway is actually the device that you would hook your laptop into, and you could go in here and update firmware or adjust settings and things like that. So over here is the well. So all of the components, minus the pump, which is down in the hole, are all located inside the shed. This is a drilled and cased well. No, haven't noticed any sulfur smell or anything like that with the system. So it's been working out pretty well. They're very fortunate, as they are one of the few, it seems like, in this area to have a good well. Good production. We've run it when we were up here doing some cleanup and stuff. Good production, no smell, and the taste seems good. So that's the information I have for you. There's our propane tank over there to feed the house. And so, yeah, that pretty well wraps it up, folks. Just giving you just an overview of the types of builds and the options that are out there, the different systems that folks are using, and just how they incorporate them to fulfill their dream of living off-grid, whether that's a full-time residence or they are looking for just a weekend getaway. So leave your thoughts down below. I'd like to hear what you have to say. What do you like or dislike about the property? You know, it's hard in these videos to convey like the view and just the terrain around this, but it's nice. Like, you could have a nice homestead here, be quiet and be left alone. You're up on a pretty good mountain here in the Ouachita Mountains of southeastern Oklahoma. And it's located it's just north of the town of Tallahena and just south of the town of Worcester in that mountain range there. I couldn't even tell you how close the closest full-time neighbor is, but it would be a couple miles as far as I am aware. You know, they've done some pear trees out here. So they got, you know, they've done a little orchard setup over the years. I actually was up here when I worked for Caterpillar. I came up to this property. I think it was, man, in 2015, I believe. I worked on a dozer up here, and that was before the entrance was there. And really the cabin was still perhaps in construction phase, if I recall correctly. The solar system has definitely been expanded since that time. But neat to be invited back to this property years later and several owners later to see what it's transformed into, and just to just to recognize that I had a small part in it at one time, even if that was just by repairing the dozer that was doing a bunch of the trails and dirt work around here. But anyways, well, folks, I appreciate you watching. I hope that this is something that blesses you and this is the type of content you are looking for. I appreciate your time, and please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You all have done an amazing job growing this channel, and I cannot thank you enough. So until next time, we'll see you then. Mountain Wizard out.